Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Masters Open Qualifiers, the perfect tournament.
Perfect.
That's the subtext right there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game so far. It was a lot of fun watching game one, set one, all three games versus Interlopers and D69. D69 coming out on top with that one, Nick, but Interlopers putting up a big performance at the very end.
Absolutely. A lot of creative stuff coming out from them in the draft as well, adapting to what they've seen District 69 succeed with in the past, banning out maps they're good on, taking away champions that they know they like to prioritize on maps. They do, unfortunately, lose a set, but that game on Ice Mines was...
Yeah, it tends to happen to not the winners to, unfortunately, lose those games. And so Interlopers not getting there quite yet, but did show some signs of life. We're going to talk about a couple other things before we get into the games, though. We do have some very cool sales going on for the Colossal chests in-game, which means you get 33% off of the most efficient way, actually the cheapest way, really, to get all the coolest items, most of the coolest items in the game, including the brand new Baroness Tyra skin that's exclusively in there.
And that's the philosophy of the chest, right? It kind of rewards people that really make the commit. They get all the cool stuff in that chest, and then you end up just getting all the new content as it comes out for a massive discount.
Massive discount. If you want to save time, you want to save money, let's talk about the time, because time is money. You can get double XP this weekend if you go and get some games in. March 10th and 12th is going to hook you up with 2 XP. Oh, only 2? I thought it was double.
Double.
Oh, 2 times. Okay, 2 times P.
It's multiplication.
Is it 2 times P or 2 XP?
2
XP. It's just 2 XP, really.
2 XP.
That's really what we're saying.
What if it said that at the end? Because you get hundreds of thousands of XP for a match, and then it's like promo bonus +2.
+2.
God bless.
Gosh, that'd be an entertaining promo.
Only 150 million more to go.
That's what it is, man. Hey, all right, we're gonna get into the next games here. Of course, you guys are interested to see your friends, the Pack, the Hunters, the Wolves back in action. This is a huge one right here. I believe it's Wolves versus Burrito. And it's taking advantage of maybe a roster Burrito that's never felt like they've had all their members here this entire time. And Wolves, who has been slowly but surely rising to the third, trying to get into that first place in this kind of power battle.
They're currently tied with Burrito. They've each won one of their sets. Looking extremely strong on the previous weekend. And like we mentioned, Burrito's still not with that full starting 5 roster, but I personally think Suncomamnder subbing for Lemonade is going to have less of a splash on the overall dynamic of the team than it was for subbing in for Thiel. I think it's going to shift less people out of their comfort zones. Suncomamnder used to be one of the starting 5, still one of the strongest subs, if not one of the strongest pieces of talent in the scene currently. So we'll have to see how he performs today. Serpent Beach is the ban for Burrito, and Frozen Guard the ban for Wolves.
So Ice Mine's still on the table. We saw it didn't go well for the higher seeded team technically there, with D69 losing out to Interlopers. But now moving into this game, we might see a few different things prioritized here. We do know Pip, Simsiloo, speaking of Pip, last game was one of the best Pips I think that we've seen in terms of his actual performance using the champion so well.
Agreed.
So I could see Wolves actually grabbing that here, but they bring the Ruckus out, who wasn't seen at all that last set.
Those are weird. That's weird picks.
I like it.
And Ruckus. Ruckus definitely not picked up this early. Shaolin certainly not quite this early.
If you care about damage, I mean, he's a good...
That's true.
You don't go wrong locking Shaolin in. It's just what do you give up? Now, now they know Cassie's something Lemonade likes to play too with the big game. He's actually went to that almost as his fallback here. One of the only players playing Cassie.
He's not here today.
And so maybe this is just a Burrito thing, that maybe they just like big game in terms of dealing with certain lineups.
I don't think it's that good personally against Ruckus, because once he's aware of it, and especially if he's running aerial assault,
he can advance away.
But chances are he's got a chance. Exactly, he's got a charge of advance when he goes up into the air, so he can kind of juke out the follow-up shot, which tends to come fairly quickly. At least when I play, I assume they're not trying to do anything like that, and I just go immediately try to hit them as quick as possible before they can even pull something like that.
The thing I do like about Ruckus on this map particularly, and if they round this out with a Torvald, it could be a pretty decent lineup, I think. unless they're still going just weird. But I like Ruckus's being able to... Fernando. Okay, well, no
This
Torvald
is
on the board.
weird.
Okay, but no Torvald on the board, which really took away Fernando in a lot of the compositions because he's so easy to counter what he loves to do with that shield. So now you really just got to burn it down. And the shock pulses are not going to bounce off that shield, although he's got the Yeet clones to do so. But Ruckus with the area range, his range is a lot higher than most tanks, a lot longer. And especially on this map that has, you know, a lot of difficulty in reaching people in the back line, he could be valuable here. For the side of Burrito, it is Laizy running Maelstrom Grok. 4-5 Barrack for bonkar right now. Pluck Thiel just getting the extra damage. 10 cents a hook if you miss, buddy. Exaction for Suncomamnder at this moment. No big game for her. And Ripen Gourd slowing enemies is Bird.
Mutustiina will be on the Flux Generator. Ruckus today. Respa on the recurve Shaolin. Simsiloo running Deep Roots Grover.
Yeah.
Something we don't often see in Europe. Aegis. So the big cooldown reduction as well as infinite duration for the Fernando shield. NTBees will be on that and Resonance. So the Shatter style build for Sleepy. Maybe looking to set this up off the back of the Deep Roots?
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a very difficult place. If you get those set up, looks for the exaction bonus damage, actually gets it, Suncomamnder. Just rolling into the wall there. Common start for pros, as you will see. But already, Thiel takes a lot of damage on the point. And Ruckus in the back line, just content to start free-firing. Burrito got themselves 33% on the objective, and Suncomamnder sitting here chilling. He's going to rack up some huge damage numbers if he continues to be able to do this. Blast shot hits more. Looking for 1, 2. Still just zoning out, though.
Cassie's always top damage. Right here, right here, kids. This is why Cassie's always like that sleeper top damage. She just pokes everyone low from range and, you know, makes it easier for Burrito to follow up. Thiel gets stunned into the wall. Grover's actually first blood, but not a narrow margin. Respa is there to clean up Thiel. Laizy.
Nice
high
shot.
ground here, eats the totem. Impale gets him off of the pedestal, but Laizy, a little bit of a weird spot here. It's going to be pincered and taken down. 75% on the point for Burrito, but Wolves, they find a way back on.
Not actually ever sure there was a way Laizy would have won that fight against a Shaolin who still had his planted up, but he definitely tries to do it. Really smart move to just ghost walk the fully charged shot, maybe get some damage off before then and burst him down. But Bird, he's healing back up his buddy bonkar on the Barrack, who's been known to do a ton of damage right now. Dread Serpent is great from Bird, and now Suncomamnder and bonkar can absolutely run rampant here. They take Respa and Mutustiina out of this fight, and this should all but secure it for Burrito, with Grover falling as well. Simsiloo not having the type of impact I think they'd like to see the Grover have with that deep roots.
Wow, and Bird is, that's crazy. Bird, aside from Cassie, was one of the first people to get his ultimate charge and actually use it so heavily effectively there as well. That's crazy to me. He's already back to 30%, so not only is Bird landing a lot of heals on his team, not only is he landing a lot of damage, but he's landing clutch ultimates as well.
And bonkar is doing what he's been doing the last few games, the last week actually, with Barrack and the Christmas skin. Feels like just father time here and the ghost of Christmas past, seeing Barrack in his true form yet again. Just one of the more dominating tanks after having left the meta for so long. Comes back in full style with some adjustments to his shotgun. And look at that, Grover just with the whirlwind forced out the massive heal. Tries to go to his teammates to get some more value than just keeping himself alive, but not a bad decision to keep him in the fight.
Millions gets Ancient Rage charged up. He shell spins out, doesn't need to pop it just yet. Shell shield be good enough heal for him. Needs to make a decision. Elects to go back. Help bonkar. Pops the Ancient Rage. Trying to make a defense for bonkar.
Still a lot of DPS can come out onto him. He's going for Respa. He wants to finish off the Shaolin. Gets him out of the planet. Well, he falls down. Can't find it. Pops back up. Thiel with the cannon to take down Shaolin. Another ultimate by Maldamba. Bird's got 2 so far. And this will mean that Thiel will be able to push this successfully. Really just sponsored by Dread Serpent in that one.
And already back to 30%, 34% on his ultimate as well. They don't have anything. Burrito spend everything to get that conversion. But that's kind of the name of the game here for them. They have the pretty heavy point stack composition here with just kind of the 1 damage dealer in Cassie. So they want to win this one quick. Bird already into morale boost too, is going to have maybe 3 Dread Serpents this round.
It's unbelievable. So he really did go for the morale boost and is really prioritizing getting those ults off. And that's what he says is one of the more valuable things about Maldamba. Why do you pick Maldamba over Ying? They're both healers. Ying may be a better general healer, but Maldamba, he's the disruption. That's the word he used, disruption. With the stuns coming out from his reload, with the, obviously the gourd now with the slow, with the ultimate, the Dread Serpent, as you saw, just change the tide of this fight. and he looks to have it again if this goes long. They take the same pathing here, and Thiel looking for a hook. He gets one, not paying any taxes on that. Respa goes into planning, definitely burns him down, but Laizy's right there with the Grok Totem to heal him back up. Gets the Thiel.
No.
Grover finds a way, brings him right back, and says now it's time to talk about this Fernando, who was doing no damage, just holding his shield up, saying hello. And I get another hook for free.
And that's what's so dangerous, right? Normally it used to be Thiel running around protecting Laizy, but now it felt like it was Laizy that was protecting Thiel. That Grok Totem, that's where the value is. Grok isn't picked up as a second healer, but you always have that option. You always have that emergency totem for your tanks, for your more aggro players. Burrito capture the second payload of the game here. Looking to close out game number 1 on Frog Isle. It's a heavily momentum-based map, and that's the type of team that Burrito is.
Oh, 10 cents for Thiel, and actually 10 streak ends for Thiel as well. It's no surprise that after missing his first hook in a long time, that he actually goes down there. So they will get some extra ultimate charge off that. In fact, everyone on the side of Wolves has their ult charged to 100%, save from Shaolin. Ying using Resonance means that when her illusions are killed, you're going to do a 500 damage to those in an area around them. So they got to be careful about this. There will be some decent damage on the side of Wolves, but the problem is their sustain hasn't been able to be matched with Maldamba and Grok in this fight.
No shield as well. Here comes the whirlwind from Grover. Burrito just back off. They take that as a win. 1 ultimate for relatively nothing. There comes the long-range Dread Serpent. It's going to hit 2. Bonkar's looking to zone out Grover. There's the Hexafire on the backline. The Immortal comes through as well, but Bonkar is holding down this backline, preventing any damage from coming out, but he will be taken down in the crossfire.
Thanks to Simsiloo coming over to help Respa in that fight against Bonkar, who got a great headshot. And they ended up taking him down together. That was one of the poorer, in fact, that was the worst Dread Serpent Bird did this entire match. And you saw that when they weren't able to find the value off of that, despite having a really good point presence, they just couldn't capitalize off of what they had normally been doing and snowball this push. So a minute left, Wolves are really set up here. This is going to take a lot for Burrito to get back into it. Definitely going to need a good hook by Thiel, who's already into the back line. Finds one, tries to get the Grover down. Can't find him though. Fernando with the shield right back up.
Has the Ancient Rage as well. And I don't like Bird being super, or I don't mind Bird being super liberal with his Dread Serpent, says he does have morale boost too, already back to 50%. Bonkar does go down under the dome shield, so that is an unfortunate whiff. That gets absolutely no value there. Bonkar is going to be coming back from spawn. Pretty delayed as well. Burrito on the back foot, have to just give up the high ground.
And 35 seconds again, and they're going to be counting on that Dread Serpent to move this push forward. Thiel's Ancient Rage could do a lot as well, and the Tempest from Grok could just turn some heads, maybe try to focus him down, and he could pop out of it potentially and then go into the Ghost Walk. 20 seconds left on the push. It's getting down to the wire, and they pick up a big kill onto Mutustiina.
Suncomamnder actually disengaging Fernando off the map. There's another whirlwind that doesn't
Super
really, it's just
early.
to bail Simsiloo out of a bad spot as well. 8 seconds remain here. Thiel's in the back, has the Ancient Rage, gets rooted out. Will he pop it? Grover does escape back into spawn. Ancient Rage, the threat is just too much. Immediately pops the Dread Serpent just to cancel out the Fernando shield, just to punch this payload home. There's 2 left to contest, but Burrito looking strong.
Flux Generator does so much there. The 280s for him, but this will be Burrito cleaning up the game. Ancient Rage, just a style. And Burrito take it on Frog Isle. Thanks, brother.
Beautiful stuff.
Thank you,
Beautiful
man.
around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I personally, I like the fact that Bird was being so liberal with the Dread Serpents there. He was getting them charged up very quickly. Did go into the morale boost too. You don't want to buy that item for no reason.
Yeah.
You want to kind of throw him out willy-nilly, as he was getting so much value in terms of getting them charged back up as well. And obviously, shout-outs to Suncomamnder. That was a really good start to that final team fight. Disengaging Fernando off the map is always just, that's top.
Yeah, yeah, a great play by him. Fernando just wasn't able to, I think, provide that role that maybe they were hoping he would. 1 in 5, just couldn't be a part of the eliminations.
Nothing.
Going with the Aegis.
Did nothing.
Maybe Scorched would have been better there, you know. Formidable still one we haven't seen. It has its moments, but it's a very hard legendary to assume in competitive play. Teams won't be able to play around, burst you right back down, and just make you just basically feel like you're not playing with a legendary for most of the game. So Scorched might have been a better option for him there, to just at least impact this game from a damage standpoint.
Maybe even just picking up the Torvald, because running recharge.
That too.
The recharge would rip through the fortified barrack shield that I believe Bonkar was running. That Burrito tend to run. They do like that Thiel as well. When he does get that shell shield up, he was able to bail a lot of people out. And then, of course, Hyper Beam. It is Frog Isle.
Yeah.
Hyper Beam is always a threat, not only for things like conversions, but just always a lethal threat on Frog Isle, as you do have the potential to knock people off at any stage of the game, beginning, middle, or end.
And that's maybe just giving enough credit to Burrito and how they develop their messaging as we are this high caliber players, we are this high caliber team, and giving a little bit of respect to them, saying we feel the Torvald a little bit too exposed. Typically in Frog Isle, he is very out in the open, although it's one of his better maps, he's just really exposed. So that Suncomamnder poke onto him could have really hurt. Maybe they just assumed he'd get it.
But Burrito drafted a fairly short range comp. They only had the Cassie, and you could argue the Grok from medium to long range to start poking people out. But there are
That's what I'm saying.
for Torvald to hide behind, and I don't think it would have been the worst decision.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe they just gave Burrito a little bit too much credit and didn't look at the draft on paper, saying, on paper, Torvald would be fine here with what Burrito took, and maybe just assuming they would be able to do a little bit more than, I don't know, I think we all would have assumed that they could. Did not have a draft that was, I mean, the Drogos on their team, I get it. But only with the Cassie, it just seemed like they could have gotten away with it. Stone Keep here will be game 2. Pretty new map, pretty good map.
Burrito have been really strong on this one as well. We were favoring D69 actually in their series on the previous weekend to win this, but it was Burrito that were able to take this one. So strong start for Burrito, 4-0 on Frog Isle. Wolves, though, they take away the Makoa. To see just how key this is to the Burrito strategy.
Torvald locked in by Burrito. Very surprising not to see him in a game over the last few weeks, being such a kind of meta pick right now with that field study legendary being so impactful.
Yeah.
And then Wolves here have an interesting kind of discussion. I think Shaolin would be an okay pick here, along with another frontliner, or maybe a Yang if you really favor.
Leandro, man.
But
I mean, Mutustiina just slaughtered people.
Yep, I agree.
It looks like it's going to be the Drogos, another high impact. That's like you gotta put that man on a high impact character every game. You can't stick him on a Ruckus.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But he likes Ruckus.
Not to take anything away from Ruckus players, but that he's just a mechanical beast. Dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him just sitting there left clicking.
Absolutely. Yeah, you need to see Yang picked up here, and maybe not the type of resonance Yang that we saw. Sleepyy also go with kind of an interesting decision there.
Weird. That was just a weird draft from Wolves.
You know, I mean, it's like you don't get the guaranteed bonus damage. Resonance could be good. It's a lot of untapped potential. I don't mind them switching things up.
And the Deep Roots Grover, I guess it's for, setting up for Shaolin.
It's just in combo with much.
It's a lot's got to align there. Yeah. A lot's got to align for that to go right, I feel like. But, I'm not against, branching out, trying new things.
Exactly.
By any means.
Exactly. Maldamba, Pip, picked up. So this is
Simsiloo. This is more comfortable Wolves draft for me. I mean, Simsiloo's Pip, it's pretty godlike. Mutustiina's Drogos, assuming that's where he'll be, is pretty nasty as well. But there's always that wow factor that Laizy goes off.
Exactly. And we also saw Laizy go out with Suncomamnder. Now Laizy will probably be playing the Bomb King, but with Suncomamnder, Laizy last week was playing Androxus and just absolutely wrecked the Drogos and just could not get away from this Androxus pressure. So now with him and Bomb King, it's going to be very, very difficult. We'll see if they can make it happen. Wolves need to win this, stay in this set, and force a game 3. Simsiloo running Catalyst Pip. Flux Generator Ruckus from Mutustiina yet again. Spirits chosen for Sleepyy. Some extra healing goes with the safe one this time. NTBees running Pluck for Makoa and Fusillade. Bonus damage there for Respa.
4-5 for Bonkers. Barrick. Accelerant for Laizy's Bomb King. Heads will roll for Suncomamnder, so a guy that's always been kind of known for his aim. Whipping that one out. Gritty's not the only one this time. Field study for Thiel's Torvald, and finally focusing lens for Bird's Ying.
Bird, a big proponent of this extra damage card for Yang now that Lifelike has had its nerf and kind of fallen back into the realm of normal legendary cards here. Suncomamnder just looking for the headshots. Let's see if he can find one. Laizy, though, gets taken down. Mutustiina already drawing first blood. Bonkar decides, let's at least get some point control here, and he shifts to where Barrick needs to be. Thiel up in the upper rafters. Doesn't have the Makoa, so the game with Torvald and Makoa, very different, but still looking to be impactful. Gets the kill on NTBees and helps Burrito to at least salvage some of this fight.
And this is my concern with this Bomb King Pip. Wolves are very tanky, even in their backline. Maldamba, I think, at base is around like 2350 HP, so sitting a cut above Most of the targets that Bomb King typically goes for, 2,500 on the pip. These are just harder targets to bring down for the Bomb King.
Absolutely, and he's got to get that burst in. He wants to go in and just stay there, right? Just explode you, outburst you, because he's a little bit tanky himself. But bonkar has been kind of the saving grace in this fight, as well as Thiel, who stayed alive. Suncomamnder gets a double kill, and now Laizy, without as much pressure on him as it was early on in the round, is able to get the objective captured for Burrito and start zoning with this accelerant.
I mean, shout-outs to bonkar there for, you know, keeping his cool, keeping his presence of mind, and even with that 600 HP with multiple enemies around him, just sticks to his target, burns him down, stays alive in the end. And now Burrito have a lot of momentum carried through the point fight into the payload push.
Suncomamnder almost gets the reversal. Whoa, nice shot there, though, by Respa to get the direct damage use a lot. Takes him down to 475. And he's going to heal back up, and they know Laizy and him are here. He wants the headshots. Hasn't gotten many yet, though, but he did get a double kill earlier on. Actually dives into that. He's got the accursed arm, wants Mutustiina. Headshot to finish things off. Rampage for Suncomamnder. Double kill out of the air. Snipes Respa with the reversal. Can he hit it? Can't do it quite yet, but this is looking all good for Burrito.
Bird is going to be bailed out from the Makoa hook. Dimensional link to safety. There's 1,000 damage. Headshot. Laizy drives it home. 1 minute and 30 remains. See you later. Thiel gets NTBees off the map. Laizy gets Mutustiina. King Bomb is here if they need it. Won't look like that way, though. Double kill for Laizy. Finish round number 1.
2-0 for Burrito. Heading into the item selections for next round. They've got 300 extra credits now. Popping into a couple different things. The rejuvenates, the resilience is coming out for bonkar and Thiel, but everyone on Burrito's on a 6-11 streak.
And the rejuvenate's fine, right? I mean, Simsiloo's the only one with a cauterize, but the thing you have to keep in mind is most players will pick up rejuvenate to counter cauterize, but even if there is no cauterize in the game, it's still 10% more healing. It's still that much more sustained for you on the point. You know, you saw how close it was for bonkar being dead, how much of a different fight that may have been should he have went down a couple of rockets earlier, and that's going to make it more and more difficult to bring these two tanks down. Bird, even with the focusing lens, and maybe this is to help that, right? So he didn't take life, so we're going to pick up items to maybe help stave off some of that sustained pressure.
Oh, King Bomb goes in, but misses it. Oh my God, NA ult. No, Laizy just gets humiliated with that one, but he goes in, tries to make up with it for some normal bombs. He's gonna get the damage, and Dread Serpent forced out on him. Laizy, will he find the kill? He needs it for his pride, for his team. He got it. Laizy is there. Suncomamnder 11 streak though.
Playing with his gun.
Just playing with his gun, letting Laizy do all the hard work, and helps to finish off Mutustiina, who's gonna go down. Laizy again with another kill. Trying to finish this one off as Burrito, 81% on the objective and counting.
God, I've missed Suncommander's Androxus is ruthless. He gets a kill, and without even looking, just another steps deeper into the fight just to keep pressing onward. This is what I'm talking about, though. You know, Lemonade has stepped out this weekend, but Suncomamnder is a world-class Androxus player. He can play a lot of what Lemonade brings to the table. So, Burrito, not looking like they have a whole lot lost here without their starting 5.
Oh, no, I'm just laughing at myself a little bit about that Bomb King ultimate. Laizy's not one known for making the highlight reel for the wrong reason, but that was definitely a not top play if I've ever seen one. Great shots, though, coming in. 3 direct hits from Respa. And then he just misses a free fire spit as well. It gets Grumpy Bomb almost off the map. Very interesting interaction. You'll basically just keep moving with your momentum, but won't be able to control it. Stun in the air for 3 seconds was never a fun thing to do, but he follows up with a kill as well after a couple blunders on his side. Finds Laizy on the right. Another Grumpy Bomb.
Watch those Grumpy Bombs, dude. You got 3 seconds to react. Those got each 2 in a row. 1 minute 30 remained for Burrito to find this 81% until redemption for Laizy on the King Bomb ultimate. Getting poked out, though, we'll get the protection from Thiel, get around the corner, out of combat, and healed up by Bird, now 5 strong. They're looking to make a move here, back onto the high ground for Laizy. Grumpy Bomb could come out here just willy-nilly, just trying to force someone. Respa, though, does go down. Suncomamnder gets into the backline, gets the angle.
Oh, boy.
Simsiloo missed the entrance to the spawn and gets punished for it.
Uh-oh, does he have the reversal? Bomb King ultimate! It's the double!
Oh, my God. My friend! My friend, please!
I can't, Laizy. Just
Kevin, we're trying to sell you as one of the best players in the world. Can you please start acting like it?
Oh my God! I apologize to the viewers and to the esports pros here. We're having a little bit of fun with Laizy because that is just not what you typically see. And I love basically the impetus he's put on to learning and playing Bomb King at a high level, because he's not a character that he's known for, but he's done so well. He's helped us zone out so much. Those grumpy bombs have hit Respa 2-3 times now in this fight. The fire spit doesn't go in. Here's the dragon punch though. 20 seconds left. Tries to find it. He will slay bonkar, but Laizy gets the return kill. Trying to make up for it. Oh, great slither away by Moldova, but Burrito have done everything they need to do. Victory for Burrito Esports as they clean up the set and move on to the next game.
For those of you that just joining us, we promise Laizy's a really, really good player. We promise.
I'm dying, bro. I was just dying. That second. Yo.
We love you, Kev.
Oh, we love it, man. It's because we know him. We know him too, so it's just.
That's why it's so funny. It's because it never happens to him.
It never
this
happens.
Type of stuff never happens. I swear, babe, this never happens. Let me try it again.
Well, that was entertaining to say the least, and you know, Wolves come.
Are you crying a little bit?
Not really. I'm not crying. I was almost there though. It just
Blake's
got so funny, man. Oh boy.
37K though for the King, nonetheless.
Still second top damage.
He's got
the whole game.
He's got his shot, you know.
Only 3 deaths, man.
The poppy into King Bomb is something you got to work into. Stone keeps a new maps, a lot of weird angles.
That's experience, right? You know, that's just, you can't take something away. Rovanic, you know, he's just played Bomb King so long. You know, Laizy's never been known for Bomb King, so he knows the mechanics. He can perform, but you know, some of the finer tuned things of, like, you know, the exact angle.
Hey, we'll get there.
So you don't hit your head.
We'll get there.
That's you know, he's working on it. He's working on it.
A lot of damage, even despite not having the Makoa on their side. The Wolves, they do go down 2-0. Not
Burrito looking strong though, man.
Frankly, yeah. I mean, frankly, I wanted to see a better showing from Wolves.
Yeah.
There, it didn't feel like they got forward twice.
Yeah, you were hyping this matchup. Unfortunately,
they looked so strong last week.
Well, you know, and they are. I think they're a really strong team. I think we'll see with D69. Maybe they take a different approach. Maybe they don't get caught out as much. But also, I mean, Burrito. The great point you did make is that Burrito came through, and now with the sub, but not for Thiel, for Eliminate, means Suncomamnder can shift into this team so much more seamlessly that they can keep the rhythm. It's been so many weeks where they haven't been able to keep rhythm. Whether they got it, then they lose their front line, their guardian, their you know, they're basically objective capturer and their pacemaker for a lot of the ways. And Bird has to go and shift away, so the shot caller has to do something else. It's just having those two roles supplanted allows those damages to flex. And I think partly we're seeing Wolves maybe get a little outplayed, but Burrito just finally able to step it up a notch rather than just staying even or going backwards.
Yeah, Burrito are known, and just as that veteran team, you see them fearlessly kind of bully their way onto the point, get those little chip damage. You know, when the team fight doesn't go in spades, and you see Burrito, they do come away on the back foot, but they still got that 30, they still got that 40%. It's not something that the lesser experienced teams kind of do as much of, and that's really kind of what sets Burrito and D69 apart.
Absolutely. So it will be D69 coming through now against Wolves. They've tested their might against one. Will they find another fatality against the other? Will they arrive on the scene with a new gleam in their eye? Stay tuned. We'll have that next set coming up for you right after the break.